Hi guys, so today's video is going to be a video on how to escape repeating cycles in your life. And we have 4 piles here, pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sorry about the lighting guys, or the sound quality if it's a little off. Right now I'm working on getting a new device to record on. So take a moment to get in touch with your intuition and your higher power and pick the pile you feel most drawn to. We're going to get started with pile 1. So for pile 1, I'm sensing that you have the keys and all the knowledge and wisdom available that you need to be able to work through these cycles. Maybe it's something you've already faced and overcome several times in your life. I was just kind of curious if this one would fit in there. But there's this little, staff, kind of like a royal staff key. And then there's also the crown key with we are never going to be able to see that on here. But so I think that you have all the keys to get through this that you need, and that they're all inside of you. Greater wisdom and understanding all resides within you. I forgot to grab a couple of these messages, so we're going to grab a couple of them. We have, look at your projections. Find peace to see clearly. Cleanse yourself and your space. Work and have faith. Abundance is coming. So, there's really just a need to be patient, to trust in the plan, and to make sure that your energy is good and the energy of your space is good, that you're not holding on to anything from anyone else. You also need to make sure that you're not reacting to other people's bullshit and that you're responding instead. Trust that through hard work and faith, abundance will be coming to you. And really take the time to just be with yourself and to cleanse and clear your energy. A good bath is always good for that, with some nice, pink Himalayan salt or something along those lines, and some lavender, and rosemary's good as well. Some of those things can really help you to just find peace and calm your mind. And then you also need to look at why you're behaving the way that you are behaving. Understand what you're trying to put out there by what's coming at you, or how you're seeing things and why you're seeing them that way. Your peaceful presence calms any atmosphere. You aren't meant to know exactly what is coming. Faith and trust are the lessons on this journey. So once again, about faith, having faith and trust and belief. Remember, at times they will need to face things on their own. That way, they are ready to face the world one day. And so, remembering that other people sometimes need to go through their own journeys on their own will help you to be able to be patient as well, help you to be able to see things clearly, and really trusting that even in the dark, everything's going to be okay in the end. Your heart is so big and amazingly beautiful. Love radiates from you. We also have, when those voices in your head tell you lies, remember the truth you hold within. Rewire your thoughts. So right now it's time to really make sure that your past scars and pain are not affecting you. Make sure that you are working on your own healing and being patient with yourself as you do, trusting that your hard work is going to pay off with solid rewards. We also have this swan. It's kind of like a mirroring energy a lot of times, and if this is about a relationship in any way, then what this is telling you is that as you heal, so will your partner. And there's a lot of mirroring energy here. So if that's the case, then remember that as you put in your work, it also reflects on the people around you, and they start to put in their work as well. This is also about being able to look deep within yourself and to understand the true beauty that lies within, to understand it and to know it and to see it and to express it to the world. Be able to step up into your power. So, There's a need here to not be so guarded or protective over your heart and your emotions, to really just be able to let go a bit, to enjoy life and the world around you, to stop blocking your blessings by not being able to see them. There's a need here to understand your worth, understand your beauty, and understand how much peace you bring to situations, and to allow yourself to receive the rewards and blessings from that. There's also a need here to decide what path you're taking so you can walk away from things in the past that have hurt you. It's time to walk away from any conflicts brewing, any kind of lies or betrayals that have hurt you in the past. It's time to see that there can be beauty at the end of the tunnel, that after everything you've been through, there can be peace and beauty at the end. And not even the end, it's something we find along the way. But basically that there is a promise of something beautiful for going through what you have gone through. And there's a need to really trust your intuition when it comes to your emotions, and, not worry so much about whether or not there's stability in the emotional aspects going on around you, but more whether or not there is emotional stability within you. So that's what I have for this pile, and if you would like a more in-depth reading, I am offering personal readings as well, so you could message me at earthangel1133@yahoo.com. I hope that you have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. And I would love to hear your feedback in the comments below as well, if you have anything to say about this video. So I will talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye. Pile 2, if you feel drawn to pile 1, you may possibly want to check that one out too. I don't know why, but... So for this pile, to break the cycles of the past, you really need to start to listen to your intuition more. You need to stop guarding and protecting all the spiritual gifts that you have within you. It's time to shine a light on them a little bit. You may be very, very guarded over your spirituality, or over the visions you see, or over some sort of spiritual thing, and it's time to really, there's a dragon on here, it's time to step up into the spotlight and to really fight for what you believe in, to stand your ground, to be okay with people seeing you for who you really are. B and J. If that has any bearing on anything with you. Bartles and James. Maybe even being able to air something out, pull the cap off of something, being able to go with the flow, being able to shapeshift, being able to be flexible, adaptable, being able to really shapeshift and change the way that you are, the way that the world views you, because maybe you've been wearing a mask for a long time, and it's time now to shed those masks. It's time now to just be yourself and to be okay with it, and to not worry so much about what anybody else thinks, but to really just truly step up into your power and step up into your truth and allow it to be there for the world to see. And I forgot to pull these ones before I started this, so we're going to pull a couple of these messages here too to go with it. Loyalty is coming. Be vulnerable, be open. Yeah, popping the cap off something like your heart. Find peace to see clearly. Oh, pile 1 again. If you feel like watching pile 1, open your heart. So, there's a need here to really open your heart and express what's within it, to really be vulnerable and to be open, and to not care if anybody else appreciates it or anything else. Do it for you. Do it because you feel these things. What happens if you wake up tomorrow and there is no tomorrow? What if that person is gone? Open yourself up and be vulnerable, and at least you don't have any regrets about today. Tomorrow Never Comes by Norma McCarrick, I think. my favorite poem since I was like 14 years old, and I can never remember her last name. But if tomorrow never comes, what are you going to regret about today? Because I'll tell you this much, I won't regret nothing, because I at least say what I have to say and feel, and it's so much better. It really helps you to be able to break free from any kind of anything that you're using to cover or mask your emotions, like alcohol or drugs or, being lonely and just having whatever person next to you because it feels better than being on your own. All of those things a lot of times are caused by not being honest with ourselves or others about our emotions or our feelings and not opening up about them. So taking the time to open up about them is going to be very good for you, especially since it says loyalty is coming. Loyalty is coming for your ability to open up and to be real, raw, honest, open. A promotion is due. Recognition is coming for your efforts and your ability to ask. The efforts aren't good enough on this one. You need to ask. You need to state your case, and you need to express yourself, and you need to ask. You have accomplished so much already. Notice and appreciate how far you've come. Notice and appreciate all of your hard work and everything that has happened because of your work. All your hard work is starting to pay off. No more worrying. Notice and enjoy or celebrate your victories, even if it's a small start. So once again, notice your victories, appreciate them, celebrate them. Notice how far you've come already so that you can keep going further. You are very good with children and animals. It's beautiful to watch. You are on your way to success. Every obstacle is a stepping stone in the right direction. So, know that you are somebody, even if you've never shown it in front of others, you may not have ever shown it in front of others. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting with this one. You are very good with children and animals, and it's beautiful to watch. It's beautiful to watch when you're actually being yourself, and you're actually getting down to their level, loving them, paying attention to them, things like that. And there's a lot of pitfalls on our way out of an addiction. There's a lot of pitfalls on our way out of any cycle that we're dealing with, where we might step back into it for a second. Be okay with that. It's okay. Sometimes that happens. All your hard work is still paying off, and little by little it's getting better and better every time until you work your way out of it. We got one more, and then we'll get to the cards. Never feel that you are a victim. You are a survivor. Don't let others define you. Define yourself. Stand up for yourself and for others. Stand up for what's right. So maybe you're somebody who really wants to be the one to champion others, really wants to be there to stand up for them, to see the good, to express it, to step in when somebody's hurting somebody else. And that's what you need to do. You need to drop any of the pretenses in your life, and you need to step in when you feel you need to step in, and you need to say something when you feel you need to say something. There's a brand new, beautiful, amazing birth here for you that can happen. There's a lot of fertility, a lot of growth, a lot of newness, and there's this golden opportunity here. But you have to be able to be vulnerable and be open. There's a Six of Cups, which is sometimes about a reconciliation. Ten of Cups, which is about a happy family, love, laughter, high positive emotions. There's a need here to go within and to understand your emotions better so that you can express them better. There's a need to work on some of the more immature aspects of your emotions, like maybe putting other people on a pedestal and feeling like they're the greatest gift on the earth, and getting so attached to it that you end up screwing it up. And it could also be about drinking and a need to go within to understand your emotions on a better level so that you are not masking your feelings with outside external sources instead of being able to express yourself. There's a need here to find peace in your emotions, though, and to be able to express them, to be able to say I love you to somebody, I think is a lot of what this is. There's also, it could be somebody from your past as well, and maybe it's a very deeply connected emotional connection. It could even be from your childhood that you need to work on to be able to come into a higher energetic level, and a higher level of emotions and maturity, so that you can be able to express yourself regardless of what anyone thinks, feels, or has to say about it, because you don't care anymore. And that's what emotionally maturing really is. Still also being able to, temper yourself, but being able to express yourself in a good, balanced way, and being able to not care what anybody else thinks about it, about how you look or what you're doing and what they may say or think about it. Nobody cares. Because what are you going to regret tomorrow if you wake up? Caring about all those opinions instead of expressing your love. So that's what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you'd like a more in-depth reading, I am offering personal readings as well at my email. It's earthangel1133@yahoo.com. So if you're interested, hit me up. And I would really like to hear some of your comments in the comments below, whether or not this resonated with you or if you feel like this helped in any way. And I hope that you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye. Pile 3. So for pile 3, there may be some sort of religious something going on here. Some sort of unlocking your spirituality, possibly. This key was made in Italy, too. And it's actually like a picture key. Something for decoration. There's also this gaming chip, this bracelet, silver spoon, a little corner of $100 bill, and a Queen Elizabeth, I believe. Yep, Queen Elizabeth II from Canada coin. It's a 5-cent coin with a beaver on the back. So you have put in a lot of hard work on something, and there's really a need to get back to your roots, go back to nature, a need to take a risk, and a need to not feel like you should be handed the silver spoon, so to speak. There may be a need here to take a gamble on a date of some kind, on going out to eat together with someone. There also may be a need to take a risk or a chance with your money. Maybe there's a gambling problem here. There could be a gambling problem here. And really there's a need to go back to your roots and to understand that you don't need all the money in the world to be happy. That could be part of it as well. Your singing is so very soothing. Singing is a type of medicine for your soul and the others. When you are upset, the room is a good place to send a kid. Take a breather and think before acting. So there's a need to really stop and take a breath and think before you take action. There's also a need here to understand that singing in some way can help you to calm your mind and calm yourself. You are worth more than you know. Don't accept less. You have an unusual style. You may be a trendsetter. So you're somebody who really is very capable of, when you do something, a lot of other people watch it and they tend to follow in a lot of ways, And so now is not a time to accept less than what you're worth. It is a time to bet on yourself. It's a time to really grow as a person, and it's a time to take a minute to breathe and think before you actually take action in whatever situation you're facing. It's not a time to risk it all. It's a time to think first. You are a phoenix, made to rise from the ashes of the past. No matter what you endure, you will always rise up again with more strength and wisdom than before. So you are somebody who is meant to overcome this. You're somebody who's meant to overcome a lot of things. You're somebody who I think really does that on a regular basis, which is why you're such a trendsetter. This is why people pay so much attention to you, is because you're somebody that no matter what happens, you're always going to get back up stronger and wiser than ever. And so really know and understand that you will make it through this no matter what you're facing right now. You are somebody who can fit in anywhere. You are somebody who can really is very charismatic and almost like a chameleon. Somebody who may also be able to really rebirth themselves after any situation. So there's a need here to see the truth and to know the truth, to understand the truth, to speak the truth. There's really a need to express yourself and to express yourself very honestly and very truthfully. There may be an opportunity for you right in front of you, something that could bring you stability, structure, loyalty, longevity, something strong and stable. And, you know, and it could also be that somebody may be after your money, or you may be after somebody's money, and you see it as an opportunity, or they see it as an opportunity. There could be an opportunist here, you know, but there's a need to clear the air and to speak the truth and to really see the opportunities around you for what they are, and to know that through your hard work and through opening this door, you will be able to have caring, solid connections around you, a supporting network of people, as long as you're doing things in the right way and being honest and open. And there may be a new start here for you. It's time to really cut through the bullshit and understand what the start is and what you want. So that's what I have for this pile, and I would really love to hear from you in the comments on whether or not this resonated with your situation, or what may be going on in your situation as well. And I am also offering personal readings now through my email at earthangel1133@yahoo.com if you would like a more in-depth personal version. I hope you have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye. Pile 4. So pile 4, there's a need to transform your energy and to really get back into nature, to take some time out away from life and to come back down to earth and to really just find your peace and your bearings. Oh, and I didn't pull any of these at the beginning, so I'm going to pull a couple of these now for you. I don't think I actually did for pile 3. Maybe that's why I was a little shorter. So, magic is easy. All you have to do is want something and let yourself have it. It's the letting yourself have it part that's hard. Loyalty is coming. So pile 2 also had loyalty is coming in it as well. So if you feel drawn to that pile, go ahead and go watch it. Choose love. Self-love is love too. Self-love is love too. So when you feel like something is wrong for you, or isn't good for you, or isn't the way you want to do things, or isn't working out, or when you feel like, you know, you're working so hard and nobody around you is giving what you're giving, or things are just off, whatever, you know, self-love is love too. Make sure that you're listening to your own intuition, and make sure you're acting on your own behalf as well. Every day something new. Is there ever time for you? Ask for help. You need a break. You both do. You always turn up at just the right timing. Sorry, this pile was already making me think of something, and now it's really making me think of something. So this could be in dealing with somebody who always turns up at the right time, and somebody who you guys both may have a very hard time asking anyone for help, or being able to accept help, or, you know, not doing everything yourself. And you guys both might be very, very, very busy people. Sometimes you guys need to take a break. Animals always feel safe with you. You have a soft touch and a peaceful heart. You always look so put together. So, you know, even though you're running around like a chicken with its head cut off, you're always looking put together, like nothing ever phases you or bothers you. And you're always still so sweet and patient and kind, even though you're constantly on the go and constantly working. Sometimes it's hard to see or deal with the truth. If others didn't believe, it could be because they can't handle the reality. That is not your problem. You know what's true. So, if there are people in your life who feel like you shouldn't be doing what you're doing, or want to have an opinion on the direction you're choosing, too bad. Because you know what, it's your life. And if they can't handle the truth or the reality of what you're doing and where you're going, that's not your problem. What is your problem is that you know your own truth, and whether or not you're living to your truth, whether or not you're loving yourself regardless of what anybody else around you thinks, and making sure to do what you feel is best for you. We have the shark, And we actually got 2 cards in this one. I took them both because they're very similar. And the crocodile. So, there may be something here that needs to be said before it's said in the wrong way. Before it comes out a little crazy. Or maybe in the past there's been a little bit of, jumping all over people and it coming out a little bit harsh or hurtful. And it's because, you held it in for too long. But right at this moment, there's a heavy emphasis on observing, waiting, seeing what comes from things. Maybe it's somebody in your past who has been this way or acted this way, has been impulsive or hurtful or in and out or, something along those lines. And maybe there's a need here to just observe for now and see the truth for yourself. And if other people can't see that truth from the observations you're making, that's their own business, not yours. We have the Star and the 9 of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the 8 of Wands. So there's also here a need to have hope, have belief, trust, and faith, to see the light even in the darkest of times, and to focus on that, to really know that you are emotionally stable in and of yourself and you don't need anything from the outside to remain so, and to step up into your power and your confidence and to know what you want and to go after it, to make it happen, to express what you need to express, to say what you need to say, and not to back down, to protect the ones that you love and care about, and to protect yourself and your own emotions as well, your emotional peace and stability from outside interference, and to really be able to stand your ground and be an inspiration to everyone around you through the actions you take, maybe even possibly traveling or communicating, or the thoughts and ideas you have, holding to them and expressing them to the world outside yourself. I really think there may be some people here who pile 2 is the counterpart to this person. So both sides could be watching. Anyway, that's what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear your feedback in the comments below, or if you have a suggestion for a future video, I'd love to hear that as well. And if you're looking for something more in-depth and personal, I am offering personal readings through my email at earthangel1133@yahoo.com. So if you're interested, hit me up. And I hope that you have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye.